Welcome to today's edition of Straight Talk. You'll notice that we're stripped down this week. Mike Stock is not with us today, and Chrissy Taylor is not available
also
this week too. So it's me and Regan Jacobs Stock, who's sitting in for Mike, and we're going to be doing a abbreviated version of Straight Talk for this week. That said, there are some things that are in the news in the past week. The big story seems to be that, well, let's get on with the weather first.
Yeah.
Number one, I got my snow tires on yesterday afternoon, and boy, just in the nick of time, I couldn't believe it. Looking up, wow, you know it's coming.
Well, I think you know it's coming, but I think one of the confusing parts with the weather of recent has obviously been that we've had above average temperatures for this time of year. So as much as we know it's coming, you're still kind of in that,
Baffled when
love
it does.
Stage with the weather, because you're like, oh well, we know it's coming, but hey, it's like 10 degrees last Friday, and the weather was great. So when I woke up this morning, because we taped midweek and it's Wednesday, so I looked out and I was like, wow. When I went to bed last night, it was clear and not very cold outside. So when I woke up to all this snow, I was really surprised.
Well, I heard the weather report yesterday, and the weather report did indicate that there was going to be snow today. And lo and behold, they were right. Of all times to be right. Yeah, you still wake up and I heard first before I woke up that it snowed. Oh, how bad? Because that's always the thing.
Right.
You know what's weird though? Is at this stage of the game, and you're young, but I'm not that old either, but I'm old enough to where I'm not excited about it anymore.
My kids were really excited about it. Like my son got up and he was so excited, and as a parent who has a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, it excited me to see them that excited, and he wanted to go and run in his sister's room and wake her up at 7 this morning.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cute, and it kind of reminded me of when I was younger, and we used to look forward to the winter and being able to go outside for hours at a time. Yeah,
couldn't keep us inside. With the first snow, you wanted to get out there, you wanted to have it fall on your tongue, you wanted to throw snowballs, you wanted to roll around in it, you wanted to build forts. Like King of the Hill when there was a big enough hill.
So it bring back memories. So my kids are like excited to be outside.
The thing about it is this weekend, the forecast, if it's accurate, it's going to be back up to like 12 degrees.
Yeah, so it may not last long. And another thing too is, besides the weather, it's a holiday tomorrow in the U.S., but a lot of families here in Kahnawake do celebrate the American Thanksgiving. It's just as big for some people, especially if they have ties to the United States. Others, not a fan of Thanksgiving just because of what, it stands for, I guess, in terms of historically looking. But regardless, we wish everybody who's celebrating the American Thanksgiving a lovely, lovely dinner and day.
I'm going to let it go at that. I'm not, but no, you don't want to. It's one of those things where you look at. I mean, frankly, I look at it and it mystifies me. Be it Canadian or American, I'm going to look at it through those eyes.
Yeah.
It's like thanks a lot.
Yeah.
But and then I think about it too, though. When I think about it, I think, well, okay, as going home people, we're supposed to start our day with thanks.
Giving thanks.
Giving thanks every day.
With the Ohana Gariwadeko.
When you come together, when you discuss important things. That's what you do. You're supposed to live your life that way. You're supposed to live your life in Thanksgiving and with a sense of responsibility to more than just yourself, to the world around you, to the relationships around you.
Right.
So to me, that's what I would rather focus on. I mean, a whole other thing. I mean, it's just I don't. But on the other hand, there's people who grew up in the States, and so that And
I think for the most part, people don't look at it as a holiday that has some, certain feel attached to it. For some people, I think it's just we get together with family and friends and we eat. So
Yeah, football.
Anyways, football and
football.
Thanksgiving Day Parade, big Macy's Day Parade, right? Or in the States, usually in New York City. Anyways, so
Merchandising.
besides that, the
Anyways, have a great weekend.
Yes.
If that's what it is, and you're celebrating Thanksgiving, enjoy your turkey, enjoy your family most of all. That's it.
all right.
Little
Black
football.
Friday is also, depending on when you're watching the show, it's coming up, or if you're watching this on the weekend, then it's already passed. So Black Friday. Have you ever taken part in a Black Friday?
Do I look like it? Do I look like
You've
it?
gone to great lengths to get that shirt.
No, Black Friday.
Massive, massive amounts of people in the mall. You never knocked anyone down, or?
No, you know what? Because I did live in Brooklyn as a kid, and you know what? A&S is on Fulton Street. Every time there was a sale, was a knockdown. Those women were vicious, man. I remember going there, with my mother, you know, like there's some kind of, it could be some dumb, I was going to say, some stupid reason. But not to, it's like, you know, nylon hose, you know, undergarments on sale. And literally, people pushing themselves, it's stupid.
I've actually, truthfully speaking, have never been to a Black Friday. Not when I was a kid.
Cross your heart and hope to die.
Not ever. In the last couple of years, my friends go, and
I don't even know what. I wasn't even aware of the term until the last 10 years.
Yeah,
I honestly,
me neither.
I never heard that before.
I would
Black
not.
Friday.
There would be no sale that could coax me into getting up at 1 or 2 in the morning and going stand in line for a couple of hours. There's no sale, and my friends think I'm crazy because they'll be like, "Well, you know, you might be paying $10 or $50 for a laptop," and I'm like, I don't need a laptop that bad.
Well, exactly. You know what? You go on eBay or something. You know, take your time.
You will not see me in those Black Friday
No,
lines.
but
everyone who's going, have a great time, and if you've been, I hope you found something good for. Santa's coming soon, so we hope you survived this Black Friday.
Then we'll talk about Boxing Day in January. Another thing I've never done.
I've actually done Boxing Day, but anyways.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So big news.
Big news in the last week seems to be is that the Owista Lottery Corporation we're told, is in the process of a lawsuit against the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake.
Yeah, according to the local newspaper, there was a letter that was given to the Mohawk Council from O'Day and Associates that basically demanded that the Mohawk Council enact regulations that would license the lottery under the Kahnawake Gaming Commission, and that they have 30 days to respond, otherwise they could be served with a lawsuit. So they're in that stage where they've sent them a letter, and they said that they may be seeking damages for loss of revenue, future revenues, and also for their reputation.
Yeah.
And also feeling that maybe it's discriminatory.
Well, the issue, the discrimination comes about because of the existing Lotto Quebec terminals in the community, and so on, and they're not under the gaming law in Kahnawake. So that's the big story. The big question is how far it will go. What the response in the community will be.
Were you surprised to read that or to hear about it? I mean, I was a little surprised.
Well, yes and no. I mean, number one, on one level, the last I seem to have heard was that they had come to terms with the council and they were working on a regulation, number one, and then the possibility of doing a joint venture. Right, that was in the summer of 2011. And then I saw in different places, that apparently Owista Lottery, here, there, that one would assume without, how did that get by without an announcement? Right. I kind of assumed, well, it must have gone ahead. Yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit more, but right now we're going to go to a break, take care of this little bit of business, and then we'll be back with more straight talk, and we'll carry on our discussion about the Owista Lottery situation. Don't go away, we'll be right back.